Time for a little walk. Thought I would get out here and get some fresh air. Whew. Well, where are you today? I am feeling pretty stoic, not wanting to get any further ahead than where I'm at, which is walking down a road at the present time. Goals, ambition, fuck that shit. I'll do what I need to do to survive in this place. Without doing anything illegal. Yep. Got to move over to the side when the gang stalkers come by. Gang stalker. Well, I tend to think of this as my domain out here, and it pisses me off when cars drive by. But I don't own the county road. Anyhow, where was I talking about goals and ambitions? I think it's kind of pointless. Because life can throw you curveballs and send you right in the opposite direction of whatever your ambitions and goals were. And you just have to dig down and dig down to where? Yeah, you're gonna dig down all right. You're gonna dig down 6 feet, or somebody's gonna dig down 6 feet and throw your ass in there. Unless, of course, you would like to be cremated and ashes spread around the earth. Yep. Well, that's the ultimate destiny. Not all this bullshit. Goals and ambitions. That's no destiny. That's nothing. That's just the in-between. That's just the shit you're doing from the moment you get popped out the vajayjay then you start doing it for the rest of your life, interacting with the system, getting your cues from parents and people and situations, and the programming just begins automatically. And then you're interacting with that system until you die. Then what? Well, that's the great what. What then? What now? Maybe it's liberation. Some would see it as liberation. But will it be liberation for many, or will it just be reintroduced into the system all over again through the popping out of the vajayjay? And just think, if you get lassoed back into this shit show, imagine how many jabs you're gonna get. You know, all the jabs that you get when babies are popped out the vajayjay, they get their vaccines and whatnot. Think how many you'll get. I mean, welcome to hell with all your jabs. And then mommy had some marijuana in her system and maybe a a little cocaine or something, and bye baby, you're going to a foster home now because mommy's family was too crazy to be able to help out, and with a kinship placement. So baby, go to foster care. So you're already in an unnatural state of being. I mean, just from the get-go. And you think these things don't happen. Oh, why, assure you they do. Yep. Many of you have probably had your kids taken away. I don't know how many. Maybe a few who listen to this. I bet you've had your kids taken away by CPS. It happens a lot. The state wants your kids. You know, all of these things out here that are just, what's the word? Reprehensible? Is that the right word? Just absolutely a horror show. This system just preys on people. It preys on people. Whether it's law enforcement preying on you to trump up charges against you, to throw you in jail and make you participate in the prison industrial complex. Yep, for sure. You know, the CPS system, which does the same thing, looks for any reason they can find to take your kids, and they're not going to pick on wealthy people. And law enforcement should learn not to pick on people who can go get criminal defense attorneys and then turn around and sue your ass. But see, and at least in the case of CPS, those people really don't have much a chance. They can't afford $10,000 for an attorney, and then they have to accept the state-appointed one, you know, court-appointed attorney, which is another words for just pretty much worthless, and you might as well just represent your own damn self. Really, truly. I know this to be a fact, not only through other people's experiences, but my own as well. You better, by damn, have 10 grand. You'll need more than that, because to bail out can cost you money. So you better damn well have more than $10,000 somewhere. I mean, if you go to jail. But the attorney's going to be 10 grand if they're any good. And, you know, you've got your other fees. That's how it works. And if you don't have that, then you're just fucked. Anybody out there with kids, listen to me. I'm telling you now. You better save up, not for your little sports car, whatever the fuck you save up for. You better have it in a place where you and nobody else can touch it, so that it's there for you to be able to utilize to defend yourself. Trust these words. But anyway, it's just the system, man. It's not like it was back in the 70s and 80s when I grew up, when police were actually more willing to actually help out instead of just be minions of the state, arresting people so that they can try them in court. You see, they get federal money to try cases in court for things such as assault and whatever. You know, they get money, and they can fabricate stuff on you, charges, whatever they want, so that you'll have to defend yourself. And if it goes to trial, You know, the prosecuting attorney, they're being paid to take on these cases. It's just a joke. And people think you think you live in a free country. Well, let's put it this way, for you freedom idiots. If you were living in a free country, would you be preyed on by the system? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question. Of course not. You wouldn't be preyed on. Your kids wouldn't be preyed on. You know? So throw that dumbass thinking out the window. You're free to figure out ways to defend yourself if need be. That's been my mentality for years and years and years. And finally, there came a time when I did need to utilize the resources that I had stored up for myself so that I could defend myself. Yep. I'll repeat, have a way to defend yourself. It takes money too. I need to start a class that people could take online to assist them in dealing with CPS. Yep. I could tell you many ways to protect yourself, you know. But people will just put themselves out there. Somebody knocks at the door, and unfortunately for some of them, they're strung out on meth or something. They probably don't know what the hell's going on. And that's the perfect time for law enforcement and CPS to come in and really have their way with you. You know, if you're in a sober state, at least maybe you can think a little bit, not talk to them at all, not give them anything. And sure as shit, don't let them in your house. They can't come in your house without a warrant, as far as I know. But they shouldn't be able to. Hell, I don't know. They probably do what the fuck they want. Cops are liars, I'm telling you. But that's a whole different video. I'm not gonna rail against the police. Defund them and be done with them. That's about all I have to say. They're not doing any good at this point. They're running around preying on people. So anyhow, what else? What the heck else? Here comes a gang stalker. Yep, here they come. Welcome to my video, asshole. Don't you be driving down my road no more. Alright, well, anyhow, shit. I don't know. What else? What the hell else? Vampiric system in every way, isn't it? I mean, you know, you have money sitting in the stock market. Well, they could pull the rug out from that whenever. And there you go again with your 401k that went to a 101k overnight. I mean, in these times, anything could happen, and they could use events and like 9/11 or, you know, similar types of events. Utilize those events as precursors to whatever they intend to do. You know, false flag type stuff. Well, at least I'm not an idiot. I don't consent to this game anymore, but I'm forced to play it. Of course, is that my ultimate fault because I choose to get up and show up? but I really don't want to go kill myself. So it's like, either it's that, or you show up and you cope and do whatever it's necessary to play the game. I feel like suicide could definitely be a solution for some, but I don't know. I've got kids. How can I tell them to, stay positive in your life if I go blow my brains out? It just leaves a really bad legacy. So therefore it's not an option. Plus I have dogs and horses, and I am a caretaker for them. And I guess those are attachments, huh? I don't think they're bad ones. I mean, what person would want to leave a legacy like that? Some people do, and they just, they're in the moment, depressed out of their fucking skulls, and they're just done. They had it. Had a ex-girlfriend and her mother committed suicide. She just wasn't finding any satisfaction in life. Late 40s, and your dating prospects begin to go down as your sexual worth goes down, because let's face it, that's what this reality treasures: youth, looks, sexual factors. That's what this reality pushes. So anyway, I don't know, she just got down on life. She was an alcoholic. Of course that doesn't help, but when you get to spiraling downhill, not much you can do to stop it. And then the drinking becomes the only mechanism that you have to suppress the pain. And it goes from there. Well, anyway, she attached a hose from her exhaust, from her car exhaust, attached a hose and ran it inside the car. Jumped in there with a note. Well, I think she had a picture of her grandkid. Of course it's, then she of course died with her, I think her dog. No, was her dog? Did she kill her dog with her? I don't remember. She might have. She had a small chihuahua or something like that. I don't know if she gassed the dog or not, but that's how she did it. Of course, the child who she had a picture of, I mean, he's just scarred, basically scarred for life. He was old enough to remember Grandma and have interactions with her, and then she just offed herself and left a picture of him on her chest for him to just be tortured for the rest of his life. I mean, people are sick. People are truly sick. And see, I don't want to be in that category of sickoness where I'm doing things that are truly affecting others. And see, that's just the thing. It's like a black hole being opened up in the universe or something. I mean, for some people. But anyhow, I realize depression's a bitch, man. I don't know what to tell you. Smoke weed, go for a walk. It's kind of what I do. And think about life, think about death. And as you get older, you obviously start thinking more about death. I mean, for crying out loud, there was some guy, a tech, I don't know. No, not tech, I don't know what it was. He was a CEO of something. I don't know if it's a tech outfit, but anyway, I guess he lived around the Lake Tahoe area, and they went out on their big, nice, fancy boat, And I guess a storm came up and capsized that thing. And I guess it killed everybody on board. I don't know if they recovered the boat or not. I guess they got the bodies. The guy was only like, I don't know, 37 maybe. Kids, had a new baby. I mean, fuck. What the fuck? Chuck. And here I am, 57, still tootling along in this dumbass reality. Check out this, what do you call it, RV. It was pretty nice, tow behind camper. And it got totally destroyed in the windstorm that came through here a couple of weeks ago. I contend that there was a tornado, and of course straight line winds can do that to campers like that, especially the way it was parked. If it had been parked with it facing, and the side of it was just facing the wind, you know, and so I just blew it over. If they'd had it pointing in the direction of the wind, it might have had a different outcome. Who knows? Wind's pretty unpredictable. But anyhow, you know, and that's just it. Yeah, that's another thing right there. It's just the natural events like weather events and stuff that preys on you. That's another damn thing that preys on you. Preys on your freaking life. And then when you're hunkered down in the bathroom, freaking out, scared as shit, I guess it gets a big old, whatever's running this place, I guess they get a big old energy loosh bomb off that. All that fear it generates. And I can't say now that when I see that thunderstorms approach, I don't think of that. Of course you do. It's in the back of your head now. It's crazy. Everything's preying on everything. Look at there. So it looked like some type of bug and ants preying on it. I mean, truly, everything's preying on everything. And we're like, oh, it's so beautiful out here. And I mean, it does have its own elements of beauty, but I have to wear long pants and a little hoodie because of the mosquitoes. I've been getting bit up because they prey on you. I don't know if these people just have one horse or what. That's the only one I think I've ever seen there. But anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm about done with this video. It's become pretty much about nothingness. Have a good day.